The FBI has admitted that it can turn on your cell phone in your pocket, activate its microphone, and listen to everything around you, and it has been doing so for years. True. These guys are not going to like this at all, so I'll try to say it straight into the phone. See, I believe in war. Can I get an amen? 9/11, 2,752 people died, so we started a war on terror. Fine. We did it to stop terror, so why am I still terrified? And not of Osama bin Laden, I'm terrified of Bank America, MasterCard, Obama's capture-kill orders on American citizens, no-fly lists, national ID cards. We started a war on terror so that we can stop terror, but since 9/11, tens of thousands of deaths have been attributed to terrorist attacks. Good job, guys. Way to slow them down at a cost of $800 billion. But I believe in war, just not their war. You see, Child Protective Services had 844,000 new cases of sexual abuse against children last year. That is 2,300 a day, almost as many as 9/11 every day. And their biggest act of war in this battle is to ask pedophile politicians to resign. 31 million Americans are hungry, and their war on hunger is to change the words to food insecure in all their reports. They disgust me. 2.1 million Americans are homeless. $800 billion would build 6.1 million homes. That's 3 times more than we need to win that war. 42 million American adults can't read. $800 billion would hire 12 million new teachers, 4 times as many as we have today. Can I get an amen? Every 2.5 minutes a woman is sexually assaulted in America. Every 8 minutes a woman is outright raped. Where is my war on rape? $800 billion, and it doesn't cost a penny to cut off a penis. But they don't believe in war. They believe in profit, and they disgust me. Halliburton had $21 billion in revenues last year alone, and that is $50 for every single time that you will blink in your lifetime. Iraq produces 2.5 million barrels of oil a day at a current rate. That's $152 million a day, every day. And that's what they're willing to trade for millions of uneducated and molested children, millions of homeless, hungry, and illiterate families, the cost of millions of raped women, all of which might have been saved if they'd been fighting the right war. You got that cell phone mic on? Because there is another war coming, and I will see you in the streets, where 2.5 million barrels a day is not enough, where $800 billion is not enough to make me forget that you disgust me, and I believe in war, just not your war. Can I get an amen?
I walked into Bank of America today and closed my account. And I closed my mom's account. And I would tell you to close yours and your families as well. And any of you that has a card, I want you to come on stage right now and cut that piece of shit. That's what democracy looks like. Woo!
I walked into Bank of America like everyone else that did. I went to close my account, but I had so many fees and masks from everything they put on my account that I couldn't even afford to close it down, but they suspended it. So that's one step. I'm close! Just one thing I want you to remember. First they'll ignore you, then they'll laugh at you, then they'll attack, then you win!
Bank of America was the smallest number. This is step 1. We're going to Chase, we're going to Wells Fargo, we're gonna make a statement and get it across the nation.
I wanted to say something about today, which is that it's the 10th anniversary of the war in Afghanistan. And all of the officials in this country say that there's no real sign of the occupation in Afghanistan ending. And I say that one thing that the Occupy Wall Street movement has revealed more than anything else is that the brutality that they will commit against peaceful protesters in Afghanistan and Iraq is the same brutality that they will commit on the streets of New York against peaceful protesters. And the massive waste that is the war in Iraq and Afghanistan is the same massive waste that was the bailout of the corporations and banks in this country. And the sheer arrogance that is the idea that we are going to bring democracy to Iraq and Afghanistan is the same sheer arrogance that makes these people believe that they have a clue about how to run the economy in this country. So I can't tell you all how excited I am to be part of this movement, how important I think it is to try to draw some connections between things that have been going on in this country for way too long. The wars have been going on for way too long. The corporations have been getting away with theft for way too long. And the politicians in this country have been getting away with murder, corruption, the worst kinds of excesses for way too long. It's really time. It's really time we began to do something about it. So there was a little chant that was going around yesterday. I think it would be cool to do it again today. It was something like this. Occupy Austin, don't occupy Afghanistan. 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 Occupy Austin!
Don't occupy Afghanistan!
Thanks, everybody.
I just have one thing to say. To quote KRS-One, it's not the people who have the most power or the most money. It's the people who endure. Endure!
What's happening to these people on the other side of the world, it's no better than slavery. Honestly, they had to feed people then. And right now, these people aren't even making enough to eat. You've got corn rotting in a warehouse when you have children starving on the other side of the world. Because these people play their damn economics.
And in our country also!
That's not right. You've got laws being passed to fill up these prisons and these penitentiaries because it became a for-profit institution. These people make money off of warehousing us. It's not right. There are a need for prison. Corporate personhood states that a corporation has all the rights of a person. Bank of America is not a person. If it was, I would punch him in his face. The second one was Citizens United. It states that political contributions, unlimited political contributions, are a form of protected free speech. That is how these companies funnel all this money into the government. Do you really think these politicians give a shit about you or me? No! If you've got $3 million, you can put out enough ads to brainwash all these fucking cows who are sitting back watching television. Yeah! Right now what we have is a government of the people, by the rich, for the rich. And if we don't stop it now, it will be righted. I pray we can do this now peacefully, but you can only step on a person's neck for so long before they get fed up and they get up. What's beautiful is this is going on all over the country, up in Canada and Europe. We are not alone. My grandmother watches the news all the time. She's straight up old school hippie. She has no clue that Wall Street is going on. It's not on the media. The revolution will not be televised. It's up to us to get out there and tell these people they need to stand up.
Good job, man. But the issue is that we're standing out here together because we understand that it takes all of us to find an answer. And until we get out of our houses and we start meeting each other and talking to each other and consider this space your home and your right, we're not going to come up with any answers sitting in front of the television or even in front of the computer during armchair activism. This is where it's at right now. And our answers are in our numbers. Our answers are with all of us. That's why we're here, to talk about it, to figure it out. That's why we're standing here right now, so keep going.
It's personally a lot of this country's apathy towards itself. There's a lot of people out here, but you know, there's millions of them just stay at home doing nothing. I try to bring all my friends, they're like, hell yeah, let's go protest, let's do it. I'm like, all right, let's go, get in the car. They're like, do that tomorrow. I'm like, dude, what's up with that? Let's not do that tomorrow, let's do it today. What's going on? Today's ain't gonna happen. There's always tomorrow, they say. It's like tomorrow's never promised.
Bring it outside.
Let's go outside. So that's all I gotta say.
George Washington said that they had to find a way to control the poor whites, the blacks, free blacks, and the Indians, or they would take over. Shays' Rebellion, they went because they were being taxed unfairly, is what you'd call it. Well, they went and formed this little rebellion. They hung Shay, and they figured out ways to keep us down.
Start holding the individuals in front of you accountable, and spread the word, and have them do the same.
There was a council meeting yesterday. There will be another one on October 20th. We need as many people coming and signing up and opposing items that they're wasting our money and our country's wealth on. So I want you guys to join me. I recently met with a council member in this city hall on Monday. And I've had some trouble myself speaking. They're trying to limit how often I can speak. I think free speech is absolute, but what I was told was that Mayor Lee Leffingwell is coming up with new rules to limit speakers and citizens' participation during council meetings to 3 items out of often sometimes over 100 on the agenda. So we will not stand if they say you're only allowed to participate in 4% of everything your government votes on. It's wrong, and last time I checked, the First Amendment still guarantees us the right to petition the government for a redress of grievances.
You made us awake.
You made us awake.
You brought us back.
You brought us back.
This is a democracy.
This is a democracy.
And we all have a voice.
We all have a voice.
It's time to start screaming with it.
It's time to start screaming with
Because
it.
they're not listening. Because they're not listening.
They're not listening.
To the 99% that are here.
To the 99% that are here.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is tough.
This is tough.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
You left your jobs.
You left your job.
You left your responsibilities.
You left your responsibilities.
To sit in the heat all day.
Sit in the heat all day.
And be called a bunch of hippies.
Be called a bunch of hippies.
Woo! To the 99% not here.
To the 99% not here.
I love you.
I love you.
Get out here.
Get out here.
Right now.
Right now.
We need you.
We need you.
You're one of us.
You're one of us.
Don't be disheartened.
Don't be disheartened
By what you hear in the media.
by what you hear in the media.
About what we're about.
About what we're about.
We're about what you're about.
We're about what you're about.
So come out.
So come out.
And make your voice heard.
Make your voice heard.
To the 1%.
To the 1%.
I love you anyway.
I love you anyway.
You're hurting people.
You're hurting people.
Stop.
Stop.
It's easy.
It's easy.
Think.
Think.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And why?
And why?
To America.
To America.
I love you.
I love you.
And I miss you.
I miss you.
I want you back.
I want you back.
First, they ignore you. Then they laugh at you. Then they fight you. Then you win.
I heard them say the revolution won't be televised. Al Jazeera proved them wrong. Twitter has them paralyzed.